Yo, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to the Stay on Your Feet podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Brown. I'm joined by rapper and Arsenal fan, Kernal. How you doing, my bro?
Yes, my bro, man. Good to see you again. It's
I
been a
know
long
it's
time. Been a long
been
time.
too long. How long's it been? Like a year?
Something like that.
Something like that,
Something
isn't it?
crazy like that.
Too
But
long.
no,
Too
it's
long.
good to be back and giving our opinions on football like we always do, man. So yeah, it's good. It's good.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. And what? It's a perfect time. Perfect time. You know what I mean? Just come back. First opening weekend didn't disappoint. Bare stuff to talk about. Bare stuff to talk about. We've got
Loads.
bare incidents. We've got transfer markets. We've got predictions. We've got a
Loads of
whole
fun.
a whole madness going on at the moment. But before we start, everybody make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the thing. We are on 75 subs. We're trying to get to 100 by the end of the year. So make sure you guys are out here clicking things. It's free.
Definitely possible.
Oh, that's right. Definitely possible, man. But yeah, without further ado, let's kick it off with so the games I want to touch on. Well, the main things I want to touch on was the Wolves and Arsenal game.
Yeah.
Arsenal came routine
2-0.
victory. Routine victory against Wolves, beat them 2-0. One or two incidents. I'm just thinking it's gone left, man. It's just nuts. So we've seen, I don't know if you've probably seen it, but we've seen this, we've seen clips, we saw it live, we saw Havertz getting choked out on the floor.
Yeah.
Then we see in Jesus second half getting his bum fingered, basically. Like I don't know how else to put it. Like it's doing some bum action, brother. It's crazy, fam. And no one got no cards for it. I believe Jesus got a yellow card for his reaction or whatever, but
Yeah.
man's out here touching bottoms and choke holding people and no one's getting no cards. So, bro, what's your opinion on this? What's your opinion on that?
Oh, it's all crazy, isn't it? It's all crazy.
Nuts.
First game back, and it's just yeah. Do you know what? I think it is just because it's the start of the season. I feel like if that was in the middle of the season, or if that was a couple games in, I'm sure the referee would have like proper stamped down on that, or probably would have maybe checked his VAR. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
how in the middle of the season or end of the season, referee always wants to stop the game for every little thing. But I think it's just because of the start of the season, he probably didn't want to probably check, so he just let things go. Obviously, it's a bit mad for I can't even remember his name, but for the Wolves guy to be doing that. Obviously, Jesus, we say he shouldn't react, but in moments like that, who knows how you would react? So you can't tell a man, don't push him or don't do this, and that's how he felt at the time. It
The
wasn't.
wickedest thing is my man pushed him up in the flag. My man trying to get the ball off him. He pushed him to the corner.
Yeah.
Jesus obviously reacted to that and sort of kicked out. I think it was Doherty at the time, and that's what he's got the yellow card for. I think more for the challenge. I don't know if it's for the challenge or for his reaction to why he did. Then he's going to Jesus gone to pick up the ball, bent over to pick up the ball. My man's sort of ran behind him and I just grabbed his bottom and that. Bro, I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? Like,
but slyly as a fan of watching football, as a football fan, I feel like it was a minor incident. You want to get over that quickly. Do you know what I mean?
With them things there.
You want to. I know, but you want to get along with it quickly so you can watch football. You don't want to really focus on this little incident. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. For real. But yeah, man. So yeah, that was a you know what I mean. Like I said, it was a routine victory for Arsenal against Wolves. Wolves have beat us for like since 2001. No, 2021. Sorry, about 3 years they haven't beat us now.
Crazy, yeah.
So like I said, routine victory. Good performance. I think Wolves played well in the second half, but like I said, man, too much for them. Too much for the Wolf Pack. Yeah, moving on to I wanted to just talk about the Leicester and Tottenham game. Specifically about Vardy. Man like Jimmy Vardy.
Yeah.
Well, where does
He's
his
back.
status sit with you? Like, where does he like on the pedestal? Where is he? Is he up here with like
Do you know
legends,
what?
mediocre ballers, or is he just the streets will never forget? What
Oh,
sort
do you
of
know
football
what? Do you know
is he
what?
thinking, man?
Obviously, I was on Instagram a couple days ago. I'm seeing loads of comments. I'm seeing loads of memes. You know, him doing the one to the fans and the nil to Tottenham. You know, but yeah, he's definitely in the talks of he's up there, but he's like outside of. He's like top 15, I would say. Top 15. You got to
Okay.
understand, this man has won the Premier League.
Yeah,
He's done everything that needs to be done. He's gone from
yeah,
non-league to
yeah,
banging goals for free, taking the piss out of people,
yeah,
and then he's got a Premier League. He's got a Premier League award. He can show
yeah,
off. Do you know what I mean? He can do what he can do. I think I
yeah.
even saw, was it today or yesterday on Instagram that half time I see him down in some Red Bull.
Back in the room.
He's living life, bro. He's enjoying life. And I love that for him because he can do those kind of things. And he
Yeah,
proves it. He
yeah,
did that at halftime, and guess what? He went and scored.
yeah,
So
yeah, 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 yeah. What
he's
like
up there. He's definitely top
15,
15.
15,
I
20
feel like
minutes later, back in the Red Bull. That was it.
literally,
Man, gave him
literally,
wings. It's like,
literally.
yeah, bro. Like
Nah, you have to give him his ratings. You have to give him his ratings.
you definitely do. And I think he still holds the record for more consecutive goals. I think he holds like 11,
Oh, he
11
does.
goals in 11 games, or in 11 consecutive games we scored a goal or something like that. But yeah, Vardy, you know, man, we have to give him his respect. We have to do because he's the shithousery as well, fam. His jokes, the way he's bantering. No, I
Too much.
mean, come back. He's just bantering, man. He's ready, bro. He's up for it, man. And I'm a big fan of Vardy, man. I like him, but I don't like the way he snubbed us a few years ago. You know, he snubbed us a few
For
years
real.
ago. So
For real.
well, I won't hold it against him. No, I won't hold it against him
For real.
still.
But yeah,
Um,
you have to give him his ratings. Man's 37. You have to give him
yeah,
his ratings.
yeah, facts. Well, you know what I mean. Harry Leicester on their back. They're relegated back in the Prem now. Just bantering our worst, you know what I mean, our sworn enemies, and letting them know that he's still the guy, bro, at
Again.
37. Man's not drinking water, man's drinking Red Bull.
Red Bull, fam. Yeah, that's how he's feeling.
Yeah. All right, another team. We're gonna move from the Midlands now. We're gonna come over closer to home. We're gonna go over to the boys in blue, aka them guys with plats and blue tops and yeah vibes, aka
Yeah.
Tennessee FC, aka
What's
billionaire
going
bottle jobs, Chelsea FC. Bro, talk to me, man. What is your thoughts on their manager, their recruitment, just everything? What is going on at Chelsea, bro? How are they doing what they're doing and getting away with it?
Do you know what? Oh, yeah, it's where do I start with this one? Do you know what I mean?
Where do
Where
you
do I
start?
start? Where do I start?
Let's start with the manager. Obviously the new manager. He's coming.
Enzo, yeah.
Yeah, Enzo Marasca. He's coming. He's trying to obviously put his stamp on his team, and he's making many transfers. To me, it looks like madness. But he's come out in an interview today, said there's method to the madness. Yes, it looks like madness, and we may have 42 players or 50 players or whatever, however many players it is. I'm only working with 20 of them or 21 of them and all the rest of it. I'm like, brother, you don't even know your best 11. You don't even know your best 21. And where are these 40 players getting? Where are they training? Where are they getting changed? Where, you know what I mean? Where are they? What are they doing, bro? Have they even all got squad numbers? Like, half of the players I don't even know, bro. I don't know what you're trying to do. Are you trying to bring a youth project in? Are you trying to rely on your big money spending buyers that you've got already? And then you know what I mean? You're axing Sterling, but we're going to talk about Sterling in a minute. And you got rid of Gallagher, who's, you know what I mean, ex-captain. Who else is there? There's Ben Chilwell, long server of the club. He's looking like he's on his way out. And I don't really know You know what I mean? If there's really method to the madness, bro, or is it just madness?
Do you know what? I think before, give it maybe 10 years ago plus, Chelsea had a very good youth system. A lot of people were
One of the
coming up
best.
from the youth system, yeah, and then they were developing them quite well, better than most. I think even Liverpool was just coming up at the time as well with the youth system. Now it's completely different. Even Chelsea fans I speak to now, they say they don't recognize their club. Why is that? Yes, we can talk about the manager Enzo. He won Leicester. He got them back up to the Premier League.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
great. That's great. I don't really know too much before that, but regards of the transfers and the players, I feel like it's just a joke because there's so many people coming in. You've already got a big squad. You're throwing away people that are dedicated and are coming up from the youth system.
Yeah.
There's no faith in the club anymore. If I was a Chelsea fan, I would be thinking, what's going on? Who's who? Who's even the captain? Who's the vice captain? Who's the leader in that group? Do you get what I mean? There's so many
Yeah.
questions that are
So
unanswered.
many questions. Yeah,
As
yeah,
a
yeah.
Chelsea fan going into this season, I would be very shocked and surprised because you don't know what's going on. Who knows if the manager is even going to last? And then else is going to come
Yeah.
in? And who's your main striker? Who's your
Yeah.
main defender? Who's your main goalkeeper?
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of questions with Chelsea. I can't really answer for them because I'm an Arsenal fan. So boy,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting here and I'm enjoying it, bro. I'm like, long this may this long continue,
can't
fam.
answer for them at all. But
You
it's
know what I mean?
long.
He's not trying to banter us about international, not international, European trophies and all the rest of it. I'm just like, bro, look at the state of your club. Your club
Yeah,
is a
yeah,
circus right now.
yeah.
It is a circus, bro. Like, let's be real. And I predicted them to finish 6th, but now I'm thinking that's a little too high.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
I'm
think
being
so,
too
yeah.
nice. Maybe I'm nostalgia or something like that. Maybe I'm still thinking you man still got Drogba and Frank manage your team. I don't know why I'm saying you're going to finish 6th because like it's not even just what's going on the pitch, it's what's going on behind closed doors and everything else as well. And it feels like it's spilling onto the pitch and to the rest of the club and that, man. It can't be good. And then the contracts as well. The contracts 7, 8, 9 years. Brother, I've never heard of those sort of contracts in my life.
It's crazy. Even the way they are, if we're talking about players, the way they're treating people like Sterling, for example. You brought him in on a project. You know what he was going to do. You spoke to him. He spoke back. He negotiated. He's there. So for him now to be in this new season and he doesn't know where he's playing, it's going to put people like Cole Palmer in, you got what I mean, in disbelief. Yes, he's just signed a great deal, but in football in this era, we know that people can sign a deal today and they're gone next week. So it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like,
like a lot of managers, a lot of clubs do this. It's not a secret, but some of these players, they want them out, but they're still offering them a new contract to get more money.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, you got to run it down to 1 year. Cool. We'll add another 2 years on that, another 3 years on that. Oh, that'll boost up your money for you, your fee later when we sell you next summer. You know what I'm saying? So I see what I see where I don't understand what they're doing. I still understand it, but they've just got Joe Felix back as well. For me, I don't know if that guy's good or not. Like, he's just very hit and miss.
Yeah.
Do you know what? He reminds me of like Morata a little bit, and Wilson and them sort of like type of strikers. Like, they could be really good, but then when you kind of give them that chance to play, they don't really show they're that good. And then it's just they're not. Yeah, like, I just don't know. They're not really levels. They're just average, man. They're better than Eddie Nketiah, but they're not as good as I don't know how much to say. But yeah, man. But moving on from Chelsea anyway, man. Talking about them too long, bro. Liverpool, Chelsea. Where do you think they're going to finish anyway with all the matters that's going on?
Good question. Do you know what? That's a very good question. I think they will not finish in the top 10, to be very honest with you. They'll be very lucky. I'm being very honest here. I feel like they'll be very lucky to finish in the top 10 if Cole Palmer has a good season. If Cole Palmer doesn't have a good season, with all these players leaving and people don't know what's going on, I don't think they're finishing in the top 10. To be very honest with you, we've seen it happen before. So, yeah, I don't think so.
That's a possible hot take. It's a hot take. Chelsea finishing outside of the top 10. You heard it here first. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. And I wouldn't even blame you for saying it.
Very surprised if they do finish in the top 10.
Because I'll be real. It was a one-man team last season. If it wasn't for Palmer, they were relegated, fam. They were getting relegated.
Exactly.
If you take away, I think, in fact, if you took away his goals and his assists, his contributions to the team, they would finish at 19th, 18th. Relegation is mad. It's mad. So yeah, and where do you sit with Palmer, Foden, and Saka? This debate. We need to settle this debate. I don't even know why it's a debate because I already know who. You know what I mean? I just want to see what you're saying on this team.
Do you know what? They're all good players. They're all good players. If you're talking about who would I pick, one out of the three on my team, do you know what? I would probably just pick Saka, only because I'm familiar with him. Yes, Foden is very good, but we've seen when he comes to England, obviously this is a big stretch, but when he's international now, he doesn't really prove himself. He doesn't really show his worth. Palmer is very good as well. He's young, he's talented.
He's the same age as Saka, you know. Not many people know he's actually the same age as Saka.
He's good as well, but I feel like me watching Saka, I've known Saka so much and I know what he can do that I'm so familiar with him that I have so much confidence in him. So I'm always picking Saka regardless. But if you're talking about who is better, I can't give you an answer for that because they're all good in their own right. Do you know what I mean? But I can see the flares. I can see, Foden international, maybe. City, he's a problem. Palmer, problem from City to Chelsea. Saka, come on. That cut-in goal, we know the type. Do you know what I mean?
It's facts.
You have to give them.
My thing is this, though. That I've heard people say, he's got more hat tricks. He's already had a better season than all of Saka's seasons altogether and whatnot. I'm like, cool. A season. We're like people that watch football, that have watched football their whole lives, know that you can have one good season and fall off. You can be a one-season wonder and that's it. The difference is the reason why I don't want to hear the comparisons right now is because Foden and Saka have been doing it for 3-4 seasons now. And they're the same age. Okay, Foden's a little bit older, but they went through the academies at the same ages and whatnot. I think Foden's 24. Saka and Palmer are 22 years old. Look where Saka is. Saka's carried Arsenal. Remember when Saka first came on the scene as a wing back, wearing number 87, carrying Arsenal. Yeah, don't tell me, Palmer did this. Yeah, Arsenal. We remember the time when Saka was carrying Arsenal as well. And when you talk about international level now, like you said, fair point. Foden hasn't really shown up at international level. What was Saka doing? Saka was benching Palmer whilst playing 5-6 different fucking positions. Excuse my language. 6 positions at England. So for me, that just shows you the levels. Until I see Palmer do it for 2, 3, 4 seasons in a row.
That's it.
Come and chat to me about stuff.
And he's definitely capable of doing it as well. Definitely capable.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not taking anything away from Foden and Palmer. Both amazing players. And still very young, still not even hit their prime yet, and they've got hopefully a long, successful career. And I mean, for them, but for me, I'm sticking with Saka at the moment for now. Like I said, consistency, bro. That speaks a lot. The only difference between Foden and Saka, I would say, is City. You know what I mean? Got the accolades and you've got the trophies in there. Other than that, the only thing he's got over Saka, he ain't better than Saka.
Yeah.
But people will say, what about trophies? What about accolades and all that? All matters. Cool. Bro, man had a poor season. He had a shit season. We still put up numbers. Some numbers, I mean, like some of these numbers that he put up last season, some of the best players won't even have them sort of seasons there, fam. I mean, that was a poor season for him. But yeah, man.
Yeah, it's true. I think overall, I feel like a lot of people will pick Foden, obviously because of the trophies and the accolades to show for it. But if we're talking about,
I understand that, and I hear that. I hear that point. I hear that reasoning and that perspective. But at the same time, it's not just trophies, not just accolades. It's what you do on and off the pitch, international club level, consistently. That's what it's about for me. It's a mixture of all of those things. It can't just solely be, he's got this amount of goals, or he's got this amount of assists, or he's scored this amount of penalties, or he's made this amount of appearances. Who cares? It's all numbers. Like we can all read numbers and stats, but no one can really see that who's really passing the eye test, who's really at the top of the game. But anyways, moving on swiftly. Match week 2. Let's move on to some score predictions. So United kicked off the opening weekend last week. They're actually kicking off the weekend again this weekend with an early kickoff against Brighton. So 12:30 kickoff, Man United away to Brighton. What's the score prediction? How do you think that game's going to go?
Say that again, sorry?
How do you think the game's going to go between Brighton and Man United on Saturday, early kickoff?
Yeah, I think it's going to be... Well, the way Man United are playing, it's not going to be an interesting game. I feel like it's going to be one-sided, obviously. I feel like Man United will scrape the win there. But yeah, I feel like it will be it'll probably be like a 2-1 to United. You know how they do. The last game was what, 1-0 or something like that. They just about scored. So I think it will be a 2-1 to United. I feel like it will be a game, but I don't think it's something to watch and be like, oh yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I don't enjoy watching United. I don't.
No.
I don't enjoy watching United. I'll be real, because I don't know what style of play they have. They're another team like Chelsea at the moment. I don't really know what they're doing. It's just got madness going on top to bottom, and it's just a mess, bro. They didn't have, neither of them had really good preseason to boost them any confidence to say, yeah, we're going to go into the season, we're going to do this, or even sort of identified, okay, this is what we're trying to do, this is what we're going to do. Yes, I know they've got new. You got obviously Van Nistelrooy's come in now. I think they're doing something to the stadium, doing something to the training ground, and then they're spending making these big money transfers. And I don't know, like Xerxes. Like, yes, they're cool. He got a decent goal on his debut, but I'm like, is he better than Højlund? Is he better than Højlund? Is he better than Rashford? Is he better than what you've got at the moment? It's like, if you're not buying players to make your team better, then what are you doing? Like, and then another thing with Ten Hag, man's got 5 or 6 Ajax players now. That for me just is. If that's not a red flag, I don't know what is, fam. You're an ex-manager of an ex-team, but you're here trying to bring all your old players over to your new team. Like, it don't make sense. And they're not even, you know what I mean? Okay, De Ligt and Matsuri and Martinez and Onana. Yeah, you can say they may be as good or better than what they had before, but are they really going to be challenging for titles or top 4s or whatever?
Exactly. I don't see that as well.
And I've got them finishing outside the top 6. I've got them finishing 7th. And again, that might even be too high.
7th, you know. Ooh. Do you know what? I got them finishing outside the top 4, definitely. I don't know where, but definitely outside top 4. I don't think Man United is gonna give any top 4 team any problems, if that makes sense.
Nah.
You know, they might have won they might have nearly won the FA Cup. Apart from that, what else have they really shown that they're gonna be in the top 4?
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, they won the FA Cup last season, innit? Then they lost the Community Shield to City. Yeah. And that was on the back of their worst season in their history. So Yeah, man, they're not really screaming a lot of confidence to me, man. And I can see
They're
Brighton
not.
doing something. I can see Brighton at home doing something to them because Brighton are a decent team
No, they are.
and
They are.
they're a good team. And I think have they got a new manager? They haven't got because De Zerbi's gone now, innit? They got a new
Yeah.
manager now. I can't remember who it is. What's his name? What's his blood clot name, man? Anyways, I'm gonna go for a Brighton win, man. I'm gonna go for
Is
yeah, man. Brighton at home, man. I don't like United, man. I don't know. I'm gonna go 2-0 Brighton. 2-0 win to
It's a
Brighton.
strong one as well.
Strong one. It's an interesting game. Bit of a London derby. Crystal Palace v West Ham at 3:00. How do you think that's gonna go?
I feel like that's going to be an interesting game. Definitely interesting. West Ham got a couple new signings. It's going to be good to see. I feel like their main man is between.
Finishing up there in.
It's going to be
Sorry, bro, I
hard.
think I'm a bit delayed in. I think I cut in. Sorry, man. Say that again.
Oh, I was just saying how West Ham, they've got a couple new players in. And
Yeah, they have, yeah.
I think it's just gonna
I like that
depend on
Somerville. I like that Somerville.
Yeah.
Somerville. I like
Yeah.
him from Leeds. He
very
looks
good. Coming from
like a
Leeds,
good
yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely one to watch. Definitely one to watch.
It's gonna be interesting. Definitely interesting.
Yeah.
I would say I feel like I'm gonna give it 1-0 to West Ham. 1-0 to
Ooh.
West Ham. I like Crystal Palace. I like the way they play, but they haven't really shown me that, they're that confident. Izzy as well, he's been doing good, but he's not really. I feel like he needs to pick up. Again, it's just the start of the season. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
I think I'm going with West Ham 1-0.
West Ham 1-0. Funny enough, West Ham and Palace both lost their opening game, didn't they?
I think.
Yeah. Villa beat West Ham and Brentford beat Palace. So yeah, they're both got to try and bounce back. So they're screaming mid-table for me, both of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a better game than the Brighton and United game. To be fair, I think this will be more evenly tested. I'm gonna go for a draw. I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw.
Definitely realistic. Yeah.
I can't see a clear winner, so I'm gonna have to go for a draw on that one. Moving on to the next game at 3:00 is between Fulham. We're gonna see our ex-boys Iwobi and Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
Against the Leicester, against the Foxes.
I feel like that's going to be a very good game. Very good game. Yeah, I think that is gonna go. I think it might be a draw. Fulham. I think Fulham might scrape it or draw. So I'm gonna say 1-1. I feel like it's gonna be a good game though. They've got very good players. Fulham obviously signed Smith Rowe. So that's going to be interesting to see. He's been scoring in these pre-season.
Yeah. He's looked good, man.
He's not lacking anything there. It's going to be interesting. Fulham look quite good. They look quite good. So.
Yeah, you're right. It's a hard one to call this one. I think I'm gonna go with Fulham to edge it 2-1. I think. Yeah, I think they've just got a little bit too much for Leicester. Moving on to the champions, Man City versus the new boys Ipswich. Oh my days!
You know what's happening there? Ipswich are gonna win. That's what you think.
Ipswich gonna beat them 5-0.
I mean, this is football. You never know, but realistically speaking, in this world that we live in, Man City are gonna win.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be a very long, tiring, stressful running day for Ipswich. I feel like it's going to be a very nice spanking and a very nice welcome for them, to be honest. Yeah. I'm going maybe 3-4-0. 3-0.
Okay.
3-0.
I'm going for straight 5-0. Man City, just a straight 5 pumping, bro. Just a straight 5-0. Sorry, welcome to the Premier Ipswich. It's fine. Hold that. Yeah, man. Unfortunately, do you know what? A lot of people are saying Ipswich out of the three that have come up will most likely be the one to stay up. And I'm like, really? I don't know what they're seeing. Well, I don't know that I don't know, or I don't know, man. I think it's Ipswich. Is it Ipswich? They've got the youngest manager in the Prem. Something like 33 years old or something like that.
It's that Kieran guy, Kieran McFenna or something. McKenna.
Oh no, it's not. Yeah, it's not him. It's not Kieran McKenna. It's not him. He's not the youngest one. It's another.
Yeah.
It might have been the Brighton manager to come in because I did a post about him like a few months ago.
Mm.
He come in, he's like, yeah, he's mad young. He's like, I think he's even younger than me, bro. Just mad.
Yeah, I think he's in like 30s or something.
Yeah. He's young still. So Man City win easy.
Yeah.
And then we've got the new boys Southampton against Nottingham Forest at 3:00. How do you think that's gonna go?
That's a tough one. I think that might just fizzle out for a draw, you know. I don't know if it's going to be like a 0-0 game. I feel like there's going to be a lot of attacking from each side, but nothing's going to come from it. I think it might be a 0-0. I think it might be a 0-0.
Do you know what? I'm gonna go completely opposite to you. I'm gonna say this is gonna be a goal fest.
You think?
Yeah, the last time they played, there was 7 goals scored in the previous game. Nottingham Forest won 4-3 against Southampton.
Oh, I'm still here. Can you see me?
No, I can't see you, but I can hear you.
You're
back now. Actually, you're a lot clearer now than you was before, to be fair.
Oh, no blurs.
Yeah,
they've got let's not forget, Nottingham Forest got an experienced striker, Chris Wood. They got Ola. So yeah, I mean they've got a good squad, but I think it will just be a match of just misses. There's just gonna be a lot of trying, but I feel like they're not gonna be able to hit the target. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's just gonna be one of those days for both teams. Southampton got Lallana, but obviously I think he's got a knock or two, so he's going to be out. That's going to be a big miss for them. Experience. But yeah, I think it's going to be a 0-0 draw. What do you think?
I'm going for a Forest win. I'm going to go 2-1 to Forest. Yeah, I think you've made some good points, and you know, I mean, they got an experienced striker. They got some talented players, man, and I think Forest will stay up. I think they'll stay up just, but I think they're doing enough. I think this is where they get their points by these smaller teams. This is how they stay up by beating. You know what I mean? Like no disrespect, like Southampton, Ipswich.
I know what you mean, yeah.
Wolves, those sort of type of teams that sort of bottom of the bottom of the barrel sort of thing. I think they got a draw against Bournemouth last week as well, which was good for them. But yeah, man, I'm seeing 2-1 Forest on that game. The next game, kicking off at 3:00, is between the scumbags down the road called Spurs and Everton.
Yeah, obviously, I think it's going to be an Everton win. You know, again, you got the likes of Dominic Lewis. Dominic Lewis is there. I feel like he's going to probably score a couple goals, get excited. Tottenham, the way they've been playing, again, not just because I'm an Arsenal fan, but they don't give me, if I was to watch them, they don't give me the confidence that they're going to win a game. It's always a scrapey situation.
Yeah.
It's like they go into attack, but they're scared. So, you know what I mean? So, I think you can't always rely on Song. I feel like he was similar to Saka, I think, last season or two, where he was just fatigued. I feel like Son can only do so much that he can't team. He needs others to do the job.
Yeah. Maddison. They've got Maddison. They've got Solanke now. And Son. Yeah, they've got, you know what I mean, a few decent players that can, that can ball, but I think they play a very high risk football, man. That
Yes.
high line, that high press team. It's just they're playing like they're high, and that yeah, man. Like they should have easily beat Leicester. They had all the possession, they had double the shots,
Yep.
double the passes. I mean, like they should have finished that game off in the first half, but it's Spurs, isn't it? It's lots of Spurs thing to do. To have all the opportunities and give them everything they need, and they'll go and bottle it. So I'm going for a draw.
I'm going for
And
a 2-1.
I like Everton. Everton don't mess about. They don't mess about. So I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw.
Yeah, no, I'm going for a 2-1 Everton because I really like even the way that they finished off the season with all those points deductions.
Yeah.
And they still managed to stick in the Premier League. You have to give them credit. You have to.
I agree.
Like the way they managed that, a lot of teams would have crumbled. Nottingham Forest would have crumbled. A lot of other teams would have crumbled. So for them to still be up, I think they got a chance. You know,
I agree 110% with that. I agree. Yeah, man. Big up Sean Dyche. Big up Everton for what they did last season, man.
Yeah.
I think they'll stay up I think they'll stay up this season. I don't know where they're going to finish, but anywhere between. I don't think any higher than 12th, but no lower than 16th.
That's a shout.
Around there. But yeah. I'm gonna go for. I think we're both going for Everton. Oh no, what did I say? Oh no, I said a draw, innit? Yeah, I said a 2-2
Yeah, you said draw. I said 2-1. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, so the game of the day is between Aston Villa and our beloved team Arsenal. 5:30 kickoff on Saturday. How do you think it's gonna go?
I think this is gonna be a very good game to watch. Again, not trying to be biased because it's Arsenal, but it's going to be a very good game. Why do I say that? I feel like Aston Villa are very good with their squad at the moment. They've shown and proven that they're very good. The likes of Leon Bailey, the likes of Digny and whoever, Nana, I feel like they are very problematic at the moment. So I feel like it's going to be a very good game. I would love Arsenal to win, but I won't be surprised if there's a draw. Do you get what I mean? But I feel like it'll be a goal fest. I feel like it would definitely be on top for both guys. Both Arsenal and Aston Villa are going to go out swinging. So I'm going to say 3-1 to Arsenal. But again, I won't be surprised if it's a draw. I will not be surprised.
I agree with everything you said. If it was the other way around, I probably would have said exactly the same thing, to be fair. I'll be shocked if we lose. I do, because we got done over by them twice last season. And a lot of people say that was a big reason why we didn't, you know what I mean, go all the way. Villa, you see it is with Villa. I like Villa. I'm a big fan of Villa, and I think they're going to finish in the top 5 easily. And with the transfers they've done, with the money that they've done, and they've been under a lot of scrutiny, and they've been looked at closely by FFP and all that, so they've had to buy smartly and sell, like, you know what I mean? Like Douglas Luiz, and that is one of their main ballers and that, but it looks like Onana's come in and gonna fit that place and do well there. So yeah, man, Aston Villa are definitely a good outfit, man. They're definitely looking like a good team. Watkins again, back of you know what I mean, had a great season last season, went to international, had you know what I mean, a decent time over there. So yeah, man, I can't write off Villa. I'm more, and I don't know what TJ. I hope TJ don't see this. Yeah, TJ's my guy, he's a Villa fan, but I'm gonna say I think I'm more wary of Villa than I am City at the moment. And
their come up is crazy.
The come up's crazy. What they've done with the money they've got in the space they've done it's nothing short of miraculous, man. It is serious, and listen, I'm not taking it lightly. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for. I have to back my team. I have to back my team. I'm gonna go 2-1. I'm gonna go 2-1, but it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a hard game.
Yeah.
And I reckon this is the game that everybody watches as mutual fans. This is the game that everyone's tuning into this weekend. But yeah, nothing. It has to be an Arsenal win. Has to be. Need revenge for last season. Moving on to Sunday, 2:00. We've got two kickoffs. We've got one. The first one is between Bournemouth and Newcastle. How do you think that's going to go?
Bournemouth and Newcastle. Do you know what? Newcastle, I don't know what's going on. It's like these days when they're playing, it's just a bit shaky, you know? It's like you don't know if they're going to win or not. Before, it was like, oh, I know, they're definitely going to win. So it's a bit shaky with them at the moment. But saying that, I feel like they will get the job done.
Yeah.
I feel like they will get the job done against Bournemouth. I feel like they got enough class. I feel like they got enough players to do the job. So I'm going for a 2-0 Newcastle. Even though Bournemouth are home, I do feel like Newcastle will get the job done because they do score goals.
I mean, yeah, they got the win with 10 men against Southampton last week. So that's never easy to get a win when you're a player down. Yeah, Bournemouth again a hit and miss. Newcastle will be hit and miss, but I think if we're looking at their squads and yeah, it's got to be Newcastle. It has to be a Newcastle win.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 2-1 to Newcastle. The next kickoff at 2:00 is between. This is going to be a boring game. This is always a boring game. Wolves and Chelsea.
Yeah.
I would find these two really like just a boring game. Like even though they had a bit of a goal fest last season, and Wolves did raw. Looking at the history, I didn't know this actually. Previous results. Wolves have beat Chelsea the last three occasions.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's some thought before you put in your prediction now.
No, that's good. Because obviously that's going to boost their morale. They're going to feel like they're up on them.
Yeah.
Chelsea, I feel like just look very battered at the moment in terms of squad depth. I feel like a lot of the times, if a team loses, for example, against a team that you should win, I feel like there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we just don't know about.
Yeah, possibly.
There's a lot of influence from behind the scenes that come on the pitch.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like I feel like with United and Chelsea, I feel like everything that's going on behind closed doors is spilling out onto the pitch now.
Yeah.
So now I hear that.
But no, I do think that Chelsea will still get the job done. Just looking at the players that they've got, as we were mentioning before, you've got Palmer, you've got Colwell,
Jackson, Mudryk,
Enzo's there. So, I mean, they will get the job done.
I mean, on paper, team's mad. The squad is mad. Maybe they just got, like I said, Joe Felix and Pedro as well. Oh, Neto might be playing against Wolves, his old team again.
Oh, yeah.
His first game maybe against his old team, bro. Imagine that. It's gonna be an interesting one.
I'm going for. I don't see Wolves scoring, to be honest with you. I'm going for 2-0 Chelsea. I don't see them scoring.
I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for a draw, man. I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw. Wolves, Wolves, yeah. I reckon Wolves can hold Chelsea to a 1-1 draw. Chelsea are not the same Chelsea who they were 5 seasons ago, 6 years ago, and whatnot. They're falling off, man. Yeah. They don't really show me nothing like they're gonna really do anything, man. Like, I just don't see it. And obviously, like you said, with Wolves, obviously with their history as well, and that, like, I reckon they could go in there. That could, boost them, give them a bit of confidence now, a bit of confidence for their morale, and go in and think, you know what, we've done these the last 3, we've beaten these the last 2 years, so same again. And hopefully that should be the mentality and attitude that they have going into that game.
Yeah.
But we'll see. And the last final game for the weekend is between Liverpool and Brentford at 4:30 on Sunday. Could be a good game.
Yeah, no, that's going to be exciting game, man.
Mm.
Obviously, Brentford hometown. Yeah, they're just doing bits. Yeah, looking at the players, obviously Brentford, they've got Mbemo, Wissa, they've got Carvalho, new signing from
Yeah,
Liverpool. It's looking good for Brentford. Do you know what I mean? I smile
yeah,
because it's looking good. Do you know what I mean? It is
mm.
really looking good. Brentford are a problem. They've caused Arsenal problems last season,
Yeah.
season
They
before.
beat Palace as well last week.
Yeah,
I
so
thought Palace were going to beat them. To be fair.
it's going to be a really good game. Liverpool, I feel like we'll get the job done. You know, they got Salah, they got Jota, Trent, you name it.
Yeah,
So I feel like they'll get the job done, but I feel like it will be a really good game to watch.
yeah. I agree.
Definitely going to be a draw, Liverpool win, but I'm just going to say Liverpool. I'll probably say probably 2-0 maybe. It's a bit harsh on Brentford, but I'll say 2-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, a little harsh because I do feel like
Yeah,
Brentford do have some firepower up top.
yeah,
And I think that's probably their best attributes to to win a game. They have to attack, not really defend. But like you said, they've got Wissa and Bomo, Tony, new signing Carvalho as well. But I don't think it's enough to beat Liverpool.
especially
Unfortunately,
away. Yeah,
yeah, Liverpool are still a very good team. I think they're going to finish in the top three,
yeah.
top four still. I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory to Liverpool. Where are they? Liverpool at home, man. It's at Anfield. Anfield's a
Yeah,
hard place
exactly.
to
Exactly.
get
Exactly.
anything. But yeah, that concludes our score predictions. What are we on? 45 minutes. All right, cool. Let's go for 5 more minutes. One more thing I want to ask you. Well, not one more thing. I've got 3 questions.
Yeah.
Pick your Golden Glove winner, your assist king, and your Golden Boot winner, please.
Oh,
It's early, but this is why we do the
yeah.
early predictions to see how they do later on.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one. Golden Glove winner. Let's start with that. I'm going to go for. Do you know what? I'm trying to think right now of who's most active as a keeper. Not that who just makes the good saves here and there. Who's most active?
Yeah,
Um, Obviously, I watch Arsenal a lot because I'm an Arsenal fan. I feel like it's going to be
yeah.
very biased for me to say Raja, but I think that it might just be him. I think it might just be him. It's very
He got
biased.
14 clean sheets last season and he won the goal. But do you
Yeah,
know what? I wasn't impressed by David Raya a lot last season. I'll be real, I wasn't. I was one of those people that maybe keep him, maybe keep Rambo, maybe maybe put him back in. But then because like I said, I feel like a lot of his clean sheets were down to Gabriel, Saliba, and Declan Rice. You
right.
see that triangle, that
Yeah,
protection that he has in front of him. If that's solid, he ain't got to worry about nothing really. So once you've got that in front of you,
mm,
like it's very hard to concede goals, and you know what I mean. It's easy to keep clean sheets when you've got 3-4 players that are
yeah,
protecting you like that. So I think David Raya is definitely a good shout. But don't forget, you know what I mean? You've got some world-class keepers, man. You've got
yeah,
Edison, you've got
yeah.
Alisson Becker, you've got Pickford,
No, yeah.
Vicario. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Keepers are fully stacked in this league. Fully
Mm-hmm.
stacked in this league. And yeah, man. So I don't know. I'll probably go with Raya again. I reckon
Yeah.
he'll get it. I don't think he'll
Again, I
get.
think it's very biased because again, we're Arsenal
Yeah, we
fans.
are Arsenal fans, but
If you're talking about how active the season is going to be, if you're talking about like look at Ramsdale, we'll get into that a little bit if you want. But look at Ramsdale when he was playing. Do you know what I mean? I feel like Arsenal are a very active team in terms of the keepers. They make great saves. They make great highlights. Do you know what I mean? I feel like
yeah,
again,
yeah, yeah.
I could have easily said Man City's keeper easily.
Yeah, Edison. Yeah, Edison. He finished. How many? I don't know. How many did he finish last season? I can't remember how many he finished. I think I can't remember the stats now. But yeah, Edison's a great keeper. Becker again, Liverpool's keeper, very good keeper as well. It's very hard to say, but I
Yeah,
believe it's probably between those three keepers. But yeah, I'm gonna stick. We'll stick with our guys. We'll be biased. We can be.
yeah, yeah.
We can be today. Your assist king. Who do you think is gonna end up with the most assists by the end of the season?
Assist
I think Watkins got the most
anyone at this
assists
point.
last season. I think he got 13 assists last season.
Could be anyone.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Again, I feel like looking at the teams, looking at who's most active, I think it's going to be probably between De Bruyne and probably a De Bruyne, maybe, and Saka. Again, call me biased, but I think it's going to be between those two. Just look at the season. Look at last season, how they contributed so many goals. De
Yeah.
Bruyne, if you know he's playing, you know it's going to be an assist.
Yeah.
Saka, you know he's playing, it's either going to be a goal or assist.
Well, it's just, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
No, I hear it.
it'll be between those two.
Yeah. Them two are definitely football fantasy cheat codes, them two, boy.
For real.
Twitter. No. It's a good shout. They're good shouts. Good shouts. Good shouts. I'm gonna go with Martin Odegaard.
Forgot about him.
I think I'm gonna go. I think Watkins and De Bruyne and I think Son. I think they're going to be in and around up there as well. I think they may like end up on like all 10 each or something like that. That's how close it will be. They'll all be on 10, and there'll be someone on 11 and someone on 12. It'll be very close. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna go with Martin Odegaard for my assist king. And the last one, who's going to
Yeah.
be the Golden Boot winner at the end of the season? Is it going to be Aileen Hallard again, or is it going to be someone different?
Oh, it's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard. But there's only a couple ballers that are actually banging in goals week in, week out. And we all know who that is. So I have to give it to Haaland, man. He's a problem.
It's not even fair.
It's not fair. It's not fair. I have to give it to him, man. I have to give it to him. No question.
Can I ask you how many goals do you think you're going to get?
Haaland.
Not all competitions, just in the Prem.
Just in the Prem.
I think he finished on 27 last season.
I think he might do even better. I feel like it might be a 30.
I
think it might be a 30.
Cooking.
Hopefully not against Arsenal, but
hopefully, fingers crossed.
You know,
he's already off the mark already, isn't he? He scored last week as well.
Yeah. So
for Paella, innit?
yeah, exactly. And against one of those so-called top teams, you know what I mean? So he's already showing that. Yeah. Listen, I'm back, like I never left, and here's a goal. So Haaland's a problem, man. I feel like he will definitely get 30 goals. Like I really like him as a striker. He reminds me somewhat of Ibrahimovic. He's got the height, he's got the strength, and he scores goals. You know what I mean? And he's very full of himself in terms of he's very confident. So
yeah. He's not. I don't think he's as arrogant and as outspoken or outlandish as Ibrahimovic, but Zlatan is one of a kind, in it. But no, I hear that comparison though, and yeah, man, he's a beast. He's a beast in front of that goal, man. So I'm gonna go, Haaland as well, man. 25 minimum goals, 25 minimum.
Yeah.
And I think Watkins and Isak will be amongst the goals as well, quite high up. I reckon they'll be close second and third. Well, not a close second and third because it's Haaland, but they'll, you know what I mean? If Haaland wasn't there, that's who I think it would be between, like Isak, Watkins, and I'm going to say this now, loud and clear. If Ivan Toney does not go to Saudi, he's scoring 15 plus goals.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm not arguing with you on that one. Facts.
He's going to
He's a
be up
goal
there.
scorer.
If he stays, yeah, facts. Has to be. This is his redemption season.
Facts.
Because I'm going to be pissed if he goes Saudi. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be pissed if he goes Saudi.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, slap 50 mil Arsenal, man. Slap 40 mil, 50 mil, 60 mil, whatever, man. Just slap that. Give that to him.
Yeah,
I mean,
I feel like a lot of people.
I think the thing is, it could work because if you're thinking, Arsenal sold Smith Rowe for 34 mil. Then we're looking to sell Eddie to Nottingham Forest for a similar amount of money, 30 mil, 35 mil. That's 70 mil right there, you know. Slap 50 on him, they've got 20 change. I mean, just Edu, Arteta, you man are watching. I mean, make it happen, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've been saying that they need to buy strikers, so hopefully they do that, and Tony will be a perfect fit.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Especially after all that chaos he's given us over the years. So yeah.
Trust me, fam. Trust me. All right, cool. I think we're gonna leave it there for tonight. We've touched
just
on
before we finish. One little question: who do you think will be manager of the season?
Oh, manager of the season. Whoever wins the Prem. Either Pep or Arteta.
Pep or Arteta. You know what? I feel like it's gonna be either Arteta or Unai Emery.
One of them. Emery's a shout.
Because he's definitely gonna do bits this season. I feel like they're gonna surprise us this season. So I feel like it's gonna be between those two.
Do you think, before we go, do you think that that Villa being in the Champions League as well as the other competitions as well, do you think that's gonna hinder their Premier League status? Or
good question. It might do. I mean, anything happens in football.
A lot of games closely, and I mean it's jam packed, man. It's hard. Yeah. It's hard work to juggle, to be in 3-4 competitions and whatnot. Yeah, man. We've seen how we've done over the recent years with that as well, and it's not easy, bro. It's not easy.
Yeah, I mean, you've got people like Leon Bailey. I feel like he's
baller.
He's used to, or he should be advanced for these type of conditions where he can play week in, week out, or play different competitions and come back to the Premier League and still banging goals or assists. So I think they've got the players to do it. I will not be surprised if they don't, but I feel like they got the capacity to do it. I feel like Unai Emery knows what he's doing. I feel like he's got a good plan. And again, they'll shock us this season. Shock us. So, yeah, I feel like they're capable.
I agree. No, 100%. Very well capable. I think Emery's a good shout for manager of the season as well. But yeah, man, we'll see. One game down, 37 to go.
And hopefully Arsenal wins the league, fifth and neck.
If we do, where? Listen, it's going to be nuts. The summer's going to be nuts. Next year's going to be nuts. If we win, listen, party time.
I'm outside.
We there. Trust me, man. But yeah, man, listen, we've been on here an hour now. Let me wrap it up. Bro, appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Man. Listen, we have to get you on again soon. But yeah, man, listen, plug your socials, man. Let everyone know where they can find you.
Instagram, follow me, Kernal, KERNAL_OLH. Yeah, man, you can find me there. Hit me up. Let's talk. Yeah, man. I'm all about
football. Don't forget the tunes on Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify. Hit me up.
1-2 bangers on there. The IB, that's in my playlist. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
It's always the case, isn't it? Yeah, man. Hit me up on Spotify as well. Kernal, KERNAL. Yeah, man. Got a couple tunes there you will like. Mostly rap. But yeah, man. Hit me up. I'm doing an EP soon as well, so I'm back to it.
Man. Let me know, man. Keep me updated, innit? Keep me posted, bro.
Come on.
But yeah, man, I've been Mr. Brown. He's been Kernal. This has been Stay on Your Feet podcast. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah.
We out. Peace. Till next time.